What is going on, guys? I'm Tyzilla83. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out the video. If you would be so kind, at the end of the video, like, comment, share the content you're watching, however, wherever, social media, Facebook, Twitter, however you can do it, that would be great. And of course, if you haven't already, tap the subscribe button down below. Guys, I want to talk just really quick about Diablo2HD.com. And a special shout out to Celerity, who sent me this link on Twitter earlier today. And ever since, I've just kind of been looking around the internet, reading posts here and there, going to Reddit, and everyone seems to believe, and obviously it's Diablo 2 HD. Obviously these people think that Diablo 2 is going to be the big announcement this year from BlizzCon. Now, if you go to the site, if you click on the link, and I'll provide it in the description box, it says on the page, on a black page, it says "Evil has survived" in Diablo font, I might add, with a menacing set of eyes and a timer down below, and the timer set to BlizzCon, which is held in Anaheim. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the 10-year anniversary of BlizzCon, and it's also the 25-year anniversary of Blizzard. So big things are expected from BlizzCon this year, and obviously whoever started this site believes that we're going to get Diablo 2 HD. I certainly hope they're right. I obviously, nobody can confirm this. Blizzard, I guess, has more or less denied that this page has anything to do with them. And obviously, if you click on the page and you scroll down, there's no battle.net link. There's no other links to their other games or anything like that, or to your battle.net account. So obviously, this is a fan-made page. Of course, looking at it on my phone, I don't know if there's some detail there that I'm missing because I'm looking at it on the mobile site. But regardless, so this is fan-made, but we know that Blizzard was very public about hiring in new people on an upcoming Diablo project. They were very descriptive about that, about it being a Diablo project, and they were very open about it. Now, they didn't go into detail about what it was, if it was going to be DLC for Diablo 3, if it was Diablo 4, if it was Diablo 1 or 2 remastered, whatever. They just simply said Diablo project. I remember, that's not verbatim, I'm not quoting them, but I remember them using Diablo specifically in their social media posting, in their listings. So again, I think it's pretty safe to say that BlizzCon is going to have some Diablo. They're going to talk about some Diablo content. What I want, and for those of you who know anything about me, one thing you ought to know if you don't, I'm a big time Diablo 2 fan. Now, I'm not one of these guys who still plays it and who could tell you every single tiny detail about the game, but I played the crap out of this game. It is, without a doubt, Diablo 2 is my all-time favorite action RPG game. And it's every time I make a short list, any serious gamer does. Especially when you're in your 30s and you think back, like you try to put together a list of like your favorite games. Every time Diablo 2 winds up in my top 3. It makes my short list every time. It was just so in depth, and if you ever played Diablo 1, you kind of knew what you were in for in Diablo 2. Very dark, brooding, gothic. The environment was very gory, with limbs and intestines hanging off the walls. It was just and not to mention the violence. But that wasn't the only thing about the game. It wasn't just the setting. It was how crazy in-depth this game was for its time. It was ahead of its time. After Diablo 2, you saw a lot of people try to make their own version of this game, and they could never duplicate it. They could never duplicate the experience that you got in Diablo 2. They've come close. There have been some fantastic top-down RPGs and some fantastic action RPGs. But none of them, still to this day, not even Diablo 3, come close to the experience you had the first time you played Diablo 2. For those of us who remember the initial experience, who were old enough to play the game, I played Diablo 1. In fact, Diablo 1 was the very first game I ever installed on our Gateway PC that we bought. I want to say circa 1998. It was the very first game I installed on my computer because it looked fascinating to me. It looked dark. And my dad, who was super religious, I had to hide the game from him because it had a demon on the cover, and he was a very religious type of guy, and was would rather me sit and read the Bible than to play this game about the devil, or about Diablo. That's another video for another day. But again, this game means so much to me. And to see this remastered would be incredible. Do I think that it's Diablo 2? I do. I feel very strongly that it's going to be a Diablo 2 remake just because of all the smoke coming from Blizzard. But who knows? I mean, who knows? They could throw us a complete curveball, and it really could be Diablo 4, which I'm least expecting, honestly. But it very well could be the next Diablo. Is that a good or bad thing? I don't know. I thought Diablo 3 was a Disney-rated version of what Diablo 1 and 2 were. Diablo 1 and 2 were like Game of Thrones, whereas I feel like Diablo 3 was more like, I don't know, Snow White. I'm trying to think of a corny Disney movie, Disney flick. But it just never felt like Diablo 3 never captured that dark, gothic feel. Diablo 2, in my opinion, is still the best thing to ever come from Blizzard. Guys, that's it for me. Thank you so much for checking out the video. If you have any comments, thoughts, ideas of what you think this might be, feel free to comment down below in the comment section. Again, I'll leave you this link in the description box down below. You guys try like hell to be kind to one another. Till the next video, peace. Stay a while and listen. Oh, that was terrible. That was my attempt at Deckard Cain. Stay a while and listen. Damn it.